This is about as Canadian as it gets, guys. We got a moose. And what's the name of this city, Dad?
Moose Jaw.
Moose Jaw. This is actually the 4th largest city of Saskatchewan because how does it go?
Saskatoon, Regina, Prince Albert, Moose Jaw.
That's right.
I think.
And the thing is, cities in Saskatchewan aren't that big. Our whole province only has about 1 million and some people. So Moose Jaw is a population of only about 34,000 people. But it's a cute little city. We've been here a couple of times. Dad, what would you say are like the top attractions of Moose Jaw?
Well, the tunnels.
Yes, absolutely.
The Capone tunnels. Al Capone, he used them.
Yeah.
And Chinese tunnels.
Well, immigration.
Immigration.
Yeah, and obviously like forced labor and all that kind of stuff. There's tunnels all underneath the downtown part of Moose Jaw that you can like tour, and it's a really interesting and unique sort of city. So yeah, if you guys ever visit Saskatchewan, I would definitely recommend putting this lovely little city on the list. So let us show you guys around. So here we are in downtown Moose Jaw. It is more or less one street, right? Main street.
Right here anyway.
Yeah, but it's a really cute, you know, very charming place. They have lots of brick. They have lots of, you know, older sort of buildings. And outside of the tunnels, which we have our appointment at 3:15 for a tour, but the other top attraction that they have here right downtown is a place called the Temple Gardens Spa, or hotel and spa I should say. And usually actually when we've come to Moose Jaw, we've stayed there, and what's great about it is that with your stay you're able to go for free to their like mineral pools that you can like be inside with, and then also go in the outside even in the winter. And we were thinking of doing that today, but unfortunately my dad just got stitches a couple of days ago, so you're not supposed to, you know, go in water when you just got stitches. But if you come here to Moose Jaw, definitely check out the Temple Garden Spa. So we were walking down the street and this lovely lady stopped us to chat with us, because I guess it's kind of weird for somebody to be like vlogging the city, and she kind of told us a little bit more about Moose Jaw, which was lovely, but she also recommended this cafe, which I can concur is super cute. Their cappuccinos look legit. My dad got an iced blueberry coconut tea. Thumbs up?
Yeah, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
That's something for me.
And that's something, yeah.
Thumbs up.
So if you're looking for a great coffee place in Moose Jaw, this is definitely a win. So we are just in front of the tunnels of Moose Jaw. And Dad, I think the last time we did it was on my 15th birthday.
Something like that.
My dad was the coolest dad ever. He brought me and my friends here for like a one-night stay. We got to stay at the Temple Garden Spa. We went to the tunnels and we did, of course, the Al Capone tour. And it's pretty cool because they actually like have actors, you know, like take you through these tunnels pretending that you're living, you know, in the times of Prohibition and, you know, Al Capone's, you know, coming to get you or something like that. And they make it a really good time. So the tour that we're going to do today is one that neither of us have done, which is called the Passage to Fortune. And Dad, what is it about?
The Chinese immigrants.
Yeah, Chinese immigration, where they had like all these like underground tunnels all throughout the city that, you know, they lived and worked in. So of course we haven't actually done it, so we'll let you know what we think after the tour. So while the tunnels of Moose Jaw are one of the biggest attractions of the city, you are not allowed to film any of the performances. So instead, I thought I would just give you guys a little bit of information and history of what makes this place so interesting. It is believed that the tunnels were built around 1908 with the intention to have the city run on steam heat. Those plans didn't end up working out, and a few years later they ended up being used by Chinese immigrants who were fleeing poverty in China to try and seek a better life in Canada. Not only were the new immigrants manipulated into a false belief of the kind of riches that would be waiting for them in their new country, but also the living and working conditions that they were met with were absolutely atrocious. There was also a lot of terrible racism going on at the time, so a lot of new Chinese immigrants just found it easier to live and work from these tunnels. It was then in the early 1920s, during Prohibition, when the tunnels were taken over by bootleggers trying to move booze from Canada to the US. The most notorious character in all of this is, of course, the famous gangster Al Capone, who was believed to be the ringleader of the whole situation. It is believed that Al Capone used to refer to Moose Jaw as Little Chicago, since that's the main place where he held his business. And basically ever since that day, a lot of people have come to the tunnels to learn about the history of that crazy time. Well, that was especially sad.
Yes, it was.
The Al Capone one is more like fun, you know, gangster running through the tunnels. This one was really good. It was a really like educational, interesting tour, but it was so sad to hear about the way that, you know, Chinese immigrants were basically exploited, you know, to come for a better life in Canada.
And they used them for cheap labor.
Yeah, and basically made them live in horrible conditions, basically lied to them that they'd be able to send money back to their family, and, you know, a lot of them even just died, you know, because of the horrible working conditions. So yeah, guys, if you're ever in Moose Jaw, I would highly recommend coming to the tunnels. And I guess now they actually have a third tour, which I think is called Bunker 24, where they kind of take you through what it was like in Canada kind of during the Great Depression, and also something about the Cold War.
Cold War.
We haven't gone on that one yet, but I assume it's probably just as good as the other two are. So yeah, if you're here, definitely check it out. Well, that brings us to the end of our day.
Yes, it does.
Good job, Dad. He has been keeping up with me well
Somewhat.
on our Saskatchewan road trip, and today was no exception. Obviously the tunnels were great, and also one fun fact that I didn't mention is that Mac the Moose, the first guy that we saw today, is actually the largest statue or sculpture of a moose in the world. Apparently Norway is second in the running, but Canada has won. We have the largest moose, and it is in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. So let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know if you've ever been to Moose Jaw. What was your experience? Dad, any final words that you'd like to say to the people?
No, see you in the next place we're at.
That's right. We'll see you in the next one, and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye, guys.
Bye.